Oh, yeah, baby. Second time is the charm, dude. Second time is the charm. Welcome to MisippBROs. Coming to you live on your stream, on wherever you might be, man. See that handsome man in the camera right there? To my left, to my right, we are the MisippBROs, man. And we go by the MisippBROs because, you know, era bending, tongue twisting, excellent opinions about sports and life. We are knocking it back on a Thursday. Welcome one and all from Mexico to South America, all the way across the pond to England. Dude, what is going on? Ed up in Portland. We got folks everywhere, dude. Spark, dude, what do you want to talk about today, dude? We got MLB, NFL. We got freaking 30 for 30. We got to get my 86 Mets in, and we got all kinds of stuff going on, and also some hilarious scenes in the sports world, dude. Bring it.
Hey, Monday Night Football. Did you catch that overtime thriller that we were just sure the Raiders would lose? If it was the Raiders of old, they absolutely would have lost that game. What is different about these Raiders? They're not the same old Raiders, but it's not because of their roster. Tell me something about Monday Night Football, how it all went down, your takeaways and impressions, Chad.
Wow, dude. That was, first off, man, that stadium was killer. Okay? It was freaking, as much as I hate the Raiders moving down to the desert, as much as I hate it, you know what? I have to say, they probably made the right decision, okay? Because that stadium was packed. The fans were going nuts, man. And it was a great game. And that surprised me because I expected the Raiders, as any tried and true old school Raider fan would feel, okay, is this the time they blow it? Is this when they blow it? And on that 4th and 1, when the Ravens guy went right through the line and in the touchdown, I said, okay, there it is. That's what I'm waiting for. But no, they came back. They had a couple of nice things happen, luckily for them. Lamar Jackson fumbles, all this kind of stuff. But they finished the deal and won on Monday night against a good Ravens team, man. I was pleasantly surprised, dude. But as we know, me and you were texting back and forth saying, yeah, dude, you know they're going to lose this game. You just know they're going to find a way to lose this game. They tried, but they didn't. They're 1-0.
Take those Raiders, put them back in Oakland for this game, and I'll tell you what's not part of the fabric of it. There's no Bruce Buffer introduction. There's no Steve Aoki as DJ bringing it in. Gladys Knight would not make an appearance and sing the national anthem. So Vegas is full blown. The NFL's got their shiny new toys between SoFi Stadium and Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. And while the Raiders of old are in our mind, and we are just waiting for them. Am I getting reverb? I'm getting some reverb. There we go. All right. Anyway, we were waiting for them to lose because, heck, we've been to Oakland over 100 times and seen them lose ourselves. Let me just say, I can tell the love for them on ESPN and Twitter is now real. I am forecasting a winning season for the Raiders simply because the NFL is going to make sure of it. What do you think about that?
Man, dude, don't drink the Kool-Aid, dude. It's the Raiders, okay? They won the first game. Congratulations. They now go to Pittsburgh, okay? Have you seen their first 4 games? If this is the only game they win, I think that would be the way to go. They're going to end up 1-3. So winning record, does the NFL want them to be good? You're talking about the Raiders, okay? Now, they are in bed with the NFL now. Thank you, Marky Boy, Tommy Boy Davis, for bringing that to us. And so now the Raiders are not so renegade. They're not so traitor. They're not so us against them anymore. Their image has changed, dude. They're now corporate. They got their new stadium. They're in bed with the NFL.
Sell out.
Sell out. Yeah, that's a nice way of saying sell out. Okay?
I saw a couple sellouts perform at the halftime show. Too short. I was a little shocked. You took your Oakland Bay Area self and you kicked it off in Las Vegas. The Raiders are trying to keep the Oaklandness about them, but they ditched that city. Mark says none of that. Okay? It smells like when the Warriors moved to San Francisco and finally put the words Oakland on a jersey and finally put the word Oakland on a court. Okay? It's a little too late, and to me, you shouldn't get both. All right? They left in an unceremonious fashion. They unloaded their best player months later, Khalil Mack. They punted to Vegas, so I punted them as well. Now, not to go on a bitter rant, I wanted to highlight a couple individual performances from the game. Derek Carr, Put some respect on his name. Put some respect with a K at the end. That guy led his 24th game-winning fourth quarter drive since 2015. That's 3 more than the next quarterback. He does have it, man. After those jitters of 2016 and 2017 coming back from a broken back, fractured fibula, all those things, he was a little gun shy. I see him has some polish on the deep ball. He stands in the pocket, and he's a leader. I love what he had to say about Zay Jones after the game. We met him ourselves. Thoughts on Derek Carr?
You know what, man? This might be the year that Derek takes a step forward, man. You know, and I know he's a lot of years in the league. He's an excellent guy. Like you said, we got to meet him. Fantastic individual, man. You can tell on the field, dude. He's an excellent guy. He's never got a bad thing to say about anyone, you know. So, I mean, you know, he's a good church-going boy. But the fact is this, man, is that Derek Carr, is he going to lead the Raiders? I have yet to see it when it's in crunch time. Okay, I saw it on Monday. He did, but
24 fourth quarter comebacks. Did you miss all 23 other ones?
I want to see any division titles or Super Bowl wins. That's what a leader is. Okay, and you know that's kind of a nice segue to an MVP. Okay, what is an MVP? We're having a problem in MLB right now. Is Shohei Ohtani the MVP or Vladimir Guerrero? Now,
more on that later.
Is going to win anything? No. But is it an incredible season? Yes. So leadership comes from winning. Leadership comes from being in there when everything's going bad. So Derek Carr has that. Now he has to win. Is he ready and primed, dude, this year to do it? Still don't like their defense, man.
He was on his way in 2016, Christmas Eve. We talked about it before. 12-3 Raider team hosting the Colts. They won that game. They were 11-3. They won that game. They'd lose the next week and went from division leader to wild card, playing on the road in Denver. I'll never forget Connor Cook as the starting quarterback in the playoffs. That was the Houston Texans, that playoff loss. But hey, the Raiders got cool, very inspiring stories on both sides of the ball. You can argue these are their best players, one on offense, one on defense. We've heard about Darren Waller. He's broken out and to be a superstar, whether it's in your fantasy league or on your TVs. 19 targets for the amazingly athletic big tight end. We know about his road to recovery and his inspiring journey to sobriety. Previously with the Baltimore Ravens, finding life with the Raiders, and really owning his new life. And his buddy across the way, maybe now breaking out on the national scene, especially after Monday night's performance, Mad Max Crosby. Man, do I love a guy with a good motor that gets after the quarterback and never stops. There's a little bit of Howie Long in this guy.
Yeah, dude, he had a great game, man, and he's got a great story himself, man. And you know what's interesting about these new athletes in the new era, man, the people age right now, 20s and 30s and stuff like that, is that they're so open about everything. And it's interesting because in the therapeutic community, it's very interesting because you don't really broadcast what you're going through all the time. Only with people that are going through the same thing with you. It's called anonymity, all right? And they totally broke their own anonymity. And you know what? If you do it yourself, that's fine, okay? It's breaking someone else's anonymity that's looked frowned upon. So I applaud this new era, dude. The more people that hear about it and know about it, the better that maybe someone else will grasp onto it and change their life, dude. And that's what seems to happen with Max Crosby when he looked over at Darren Waller and said, man, look at what this guy is doing. I want some of that. And that is so cool. And that is that's inspiring stuff, dude. So to see it broadcast and to have like a 5-10 minute them talk about it on NFL on Monday night, even going to a sideline reporter and her talking about it. I was taken back, dude. I was taken back.
Yeah.
Because it's like, wow, this is being talked about on national television. I think it was a big moment for the therapeutic community. And what I mean by that, Alcoholics Anonymous, Substance Abuse Anonymous, all this kind of stuff is very interesting to me, man.
And it couldn't have happened in a more fitting city, Sin City.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, have fun staying sober in Las Vegas.
It's easy, man. Everyone goes there to read a book. That's all you do.
Yes, yeah, that's one of the first things I thought of, dude. As a professional therapeutic person myself, dude, it's really changed my life. Let me tell you, dude. I think staying sober in Las Vegas. I'm like, wow, dude. You know, that reminds me of the time I tried to stay sober when I was bartending
in Florida.
Yes, that didn't really go too well.
Yeah,
So
let me just cap that by saying I was interested to see the fans at the field. I knew it would be a party. I was curious to see how many away fans we would see. Lord knows, Oakland is not a destination for vacations.
No.
Now they are playing in the number one, to me, destination city for that whole weekend trip. Hey, Steelers fans, Bears fans, hey, Packers fans, hey, Broncos and Chiefs fans. I'm going to one away game this year. I'm going to Las Vegas, making a 3-dayer out of it. And what I'm getting at is there was more Ravens fans in Las Vegas than would have been in Oakland. Promise you that. I'm curious to see this unfold. See if the Raiders will still have that true home field advantage. Yes, the place was rocking, but it was an electric game. Will it be the same thing when it's 13-10 and the away team is leading? We'll see. I've been in enough Oakland crowds. I'll be able to see it with my eye, but keep an eye on that.
All
now,
right.
Speaking of massive crowds, we talked about it a little bit, but SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles looks like the real deal. We're about to see, can the Chargers, Los Angeles' least favorite adopted son.
It seems so odd to say Los Angeles Chargers.
Packed,
like what?
70,000 seat SoFi Arena. Can they do it? Yes or no?
Not to the point that the Rams can. No, not yet. But I'm going to tell you right now, winning changes everything. Period. You win, you go on a roll, people want to be in the stadium, and they will pack it. Are you talking about this Sunday's game? I do not think they will pack it. I think they'll get half.
They will, because who are they playing?
Oh, they're playing the Cowgirls. That's right.
So,
dude.
Promise you listeners, look for not a 50-50 split. I'm going to say 60-40 in favor of the Cowboys in Los Angeles this Sunday.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. But see, this is the new world we live in, dude. Okay? People don't just stay in one place and root for their team and pass their tickets on to generations and generations. You're going to see this everywhere now. You're going to see a lot of, other than places where people go and they don't leave. Kansas City, Green Bay, okay? People don't go to Minnesota. All right, dude.
You just named the 3 teams that were literally in the first 2 Super Bowls. You just hit them.
Yes, you're right. Exactly.
Kansas City, Green Bay. Shout out Vince Lombardi. Thank you for the name of the trophy.
Yes.
And the Vikings. Wow.
And the Vikings, right.
You're telling me those people don't go anywhere? You're telling me
they don't. Hey, let me tell you, man. Hey, my boy Cube's watching. He's laughing because he lives in Kansas City. He went back and he loves it there. So they don't go anywhere. They enjoy they love their home teams. But this is the difference now, especially with these new stadiums, Allegiant, SoFi, and all these new ones that are going to be built because they're going to be built. Is that and Jerry's World down in Dallas, dude? Okay. They have a lot of visitors come in just to see the stadium, just to be in the town. And you're going to see more and more of that as we go on, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I like it. I think it's great.
The reason I brought up the away fans in Los Angeles, the Cowboys travel well. Cowboy fans, I'm not going to say travel well. They're just everywhere because they got so popularized, right? But they did notably take over portions of Levi's Stadium when they played the Niners a couple seasons ago.
Yes,
so
dude.
Just want to say props, Cowboys fans. I'll be looking for you on Sunday. So capping that, the NFL put all of their shiny toys on display. Sunday Night Football at Los Angeles, Monday Night Football at the Raiders Stadium with no Monday night doubleheader. All eyes were on that Monday night team.
Yes.
So on topic, did you see Eli and Peyton?
Dude, I accidentally started the broadcast because I went on my I got Dish Network here where I'm staying and went on there and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, all right, ball game. And it was the ESPN, whatever it was, but it was Eli and Peyton. I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm like, I don't want to listen to these 2 goofballs freaking talking about. And I listened to it for like 4 or 5 minutes. And I'm like, okay, I'm out of here. I got to find the other one, dude, because I know this is not the broadcast. Your brother, dude, thought that this might be the broadcast because I accidentally hit that button. I went, what the hell? I said, oh, no, I'm muting this after like 5 minutes. No way, dude. What did you think of it, though? I didn't give it a chance after 5 minutes, man, because I'm not a big fan of Peyton Manning, and that's just the truth, dude. I just blah 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 blah. So, anyways, what did you think, dude?
I like that it was different. I like the brother-to-brother banter. I mean, let's not be hypocrites. We're here right now. So
Yeah, you know what? I might not want to rip on them too, but it was two brothers.
That's our format.
Commentating on the game.
Hey, they ripped off our format. We should talk to ESPN and Monday
Night Football
about this. But let me just say, I'll always love Peyton Manning, at least in a talking person form. He makes jokes about his own big-ass forehead. He's got some Forrest Gump in him. You just know it. You love it. And Eli, these guys are even, Eli's much more likable when he doesn't have the Eli face on and he's having fun with his brother. I just enjoyed the little rips they had. The very first pass of the game, Derek Carr threw an incomplete pass. It was a little short, and Peyton just goes, that looks like 4-13.
Yes, dude, I did hear that.
Going 4-13. Thank you, Peyton, for the insight. That's why they pay you the big bucks. So I hope that they're a part of most Monday Night Football broadcasts. I'm looking forward to hearing them this year.
Dude, Matt, I'm sorry, man. I just checked out the comments, and Max is grabbing you, dude. He is fucking bugging you. It is money, dude, Max, dude. He said your head would look just as big in that helmet.
Hey, yo, I mean, he's not wrong. My football career was all of 2 years. So, shout out Max. Shout out
Max.
Renee,
Nice
shout out Rob in Arizona. Shout out. Yeah. I love the chat today. Shout out Tom. So, good stuff. Keep it going, boys.
Right on.
So moving on from football, there's a game tonight. If you blink, you might miss it. I think it's Giants and Redskins, and it's those the Washington football team with no Ryan Fitzpatrick. So before we forget, because we're about to jump into baseball, can we give a little shout out to Cedric Mullins?
Ooh, baby, nice call. I'm telling you, dude, that catch yesterday was freaking unreal, man. I don't know if we can bring it up, man, but Mullins, Robin, Gary Sanchez, dude. That's the terrible nickname.
Going way up.
Dude, that was, I mean, not only up, but I love it when these athletes, because I can't do it, and 99% of us can't, they seem to reach the apex, and then there's another level. Like they're stepping on a step farther, but there's no step. And I'm like, that's incredible. That is just unreal.
That's a professional athlete for you folks. Absolutely. Yes. The way he got up the wall higher than Mike Trout famously did 7-8 years ago. Yeah. It reminded me of that amazing backwards basket catch by Gary Matthews Jr. years ago in Texas. This is one of my favorite things about not just baseball, but all sports. Just those certain highlights you'll always remember. I'm playing it over in my head right now. I know exactly what it looks like. Gary Matthews Jr., not to be outdone. Cedric Mullins having an absolutely fantastic breakout season. You would think he was the hit leader in baseball. He's not. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is leading all of Major League Baseball in not just homers, but hits. And if he continues to, he's going to be the 5th player ever since 1900 ever to lead all of Major League Baseball in hits and homers. The rest of the list reads like this real quick. Jim Rice, Tommy Holmes, Rogers Ornsby, heard of him? And Ty Cobb. Ty Cobb led the league in homers? I had to look this up. 1909, excuse me. He led the league with all of 9 home runs. 9 home runs, dude. Yes, because it was the dead ball era. And not only that, that's when they played baseball, because home runs weren't a thing when baseball started, dude. Especially in 1909, it was base to base to base to base ball. All right. Yeah. These guys swing bats that they hacked out of their own backyard. They cut down a tree before they went to the game. They had a little bit of scotch before and after. I mean, it was a different game back then.
Yeah, dude. Do you think so? It's only 112 years ago. But the fact is this, man, is that the Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is having one hell of a season. And if he continues this, might I dare say, if he continues this hot stretch and Toronto gets into the playoffs, I don't see how he's not MVP. Ooh. And I wouldn't have said that a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
No.
But, you got to think of the word most valuable player, okay? It's not the player with the best record. I remember in 1989, distinctly, because during high school, and I was following baseball like every day to the T, and Andre Dawson won the MVP for the Chicago Cubs, who were last place. And I remember how anticlimactic it was. It's like, he had 49 homers, but even without Andre Dawson on the team, they're still in last. So to me, what is your definition of MVP? Is it the best season? Is it the best performance? Because then that's Shohei. Pitching and hitting, no one's even thinking about doing that. Not even close. To me, I'm still on the fence about this, but dude, the way Vladdy's going, if he ends up winning the Triple Crown and not win the MVP.
22 years old. Let me just say this. Shohei's done amazing things. Vlad Jr. is currently doing amazing things. Shohei hasn't had much protection in the lineup he plays in every day in Los Angeles, okay? Not taking anything away from Vladimir Guerrero. The guy's not hitting a cheap 315. What'd I say?
Los Angeles. They're not in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
Oh, however, don't get me started.
However, Vlad bats, in between Marcus Semien, Bo Bichette, George Springer. I mean, not saying he couldn't do what he's doing now in Anaheim. However, you got to give that a little bit. The Blue Jays are winning a lot more games because they're simply a much better team. Robbie Ray, Cy Young contender in a year that's kind of down for American League pitchers, in my opinion. Shohei's got to get some hardware, man. We have to bookmark this season with Shohei getting an MVP, in my opinion.
Yeah, but what happens if say you're Major League Baseball, right? And you say, okay, I can't let Shohei's season go without it being in history, which is true, okay? But then you have a Triple Crown winner at the same time. How do you not put that season in a bookmark as well?
Backwards as this sounds and unbelievable as it's about to be, we've seen the Triple Crown before. We've never seen Shohei doing what he's doing in our lifetimes. Not for 100 years.
This is a very valid point, and you know how much I love Shohei and what he's been doing. But damn, dude, I mean, if Vladimir leads his team to the playoffs, man, that's valuable. That is valuable. What Shohei doing is valuable to aesthetically pleasing to us, to baseball fans, to see a guy throw 95 and then go hit a bomb. All right? That's unreal to us. We go, what? Yeah. This is the major leagues. You can't do that. You should not be able to do that.
I would marvel. Not be allowed. Some of my favorite old pitching matchups, Dodgers and Giants, and I say old like it was like some woe bygone era. Dodgers Giants, whenever it was Kershaw versus Bumgarner, man, was that good theater. I'm eating popcorn. I'm watching these guys strike out hitters and then hit homers off of each other. They did that multiple times.
Dude, that was games. Awesome. Yes.
So, yeah, that was showmanship. That was one-upping each other. And then the other one going, hey, I can do that too. Not like Shohei, of course. But anyway, I guess while we're on the Giants, I got to give them major
you have props. You have to.
First to 90 wins, first to clinch the playoff spot, still leading the way with over the Dodgers, and they've done it like this of late. Yes, their 9-game win streak came to an end yesterday against the Padres, who have shit the bed this year. The Giants, in their 9-game win streak,
let me go check my bed. I see it in the background there. Let me go see if I'm hanging with the Padres, I'm gonna have to change the sheets.
There is a bed over there. I just noticed that. Thank you. The Giants won 9 games in a row, scoring 6 runs or more in every single game. Beyond that, they scored 6 again yesterday, even in a loss. Yes. What's up with that?
Dude, they talk about confident, dude, when they go to the plate. They have figured something out. They have extracted maximum value and talent from their roster. That's how I look at the Giants, dude. Maximum. Now, when you get into a 3-game series, well, they won't be in a 3-game series, a 5-game series, if they win the division, it's not over, dude. We still have 2 weeks left, okay? And the Giants are up, 2-3 games? Okay?
Incredible. 95 wins.
95 wins. Are only up 2-3 games. Think how bad it's going to be for the first wild card team, which is either going to be the Giants or Dodgers. They're like 20 games better than the second wild card team, and they have to play a 1-game playoff.
No, it's gonna suck, especially when it's hosted by, the Braves. Oh, excuse me. Once they win that playoff game, it's gonna suck when some team.
Who says they win it, dude?
I know.
Sports.
You're right.
You know sports, dude. Come on, 1 game, anything can happen.
We might have 2 teams from the NL East get into the playoffs.
Oh God! So, no.
This is
NL
where
East shouldn't have anybody in the playoffs.
162 games should never come down to 1. It's not baseball. It's not baseball. Okay, to me, to you as well. I think we can agree on that one. From the chat line though, hey, Kay Cookin's back, and our favorite Viking resident. Shout out Shay. This has been a debate all season. The Giants are a team that has won more games than they've lost every single month. They've been consistent from the start. They are absolutely a depth team. It's tough to pick an MVP from this team. And spoiler alert, a Giants individual will not win the MVP. I'm not saying that's right, but there's just too many contributions from too many guys.
Yeah.
They're going to take votes away from each other. So
Well,
it's gonna.
yeah, they're a team, dude, and they have Brandon Belt just hit his 25th homer the other day. Chris Bryant hit his 25th homer yesterday, and Crawford doesn't even lead the team in homers. But everyone knows without Crawford, man, that team doesn't win 90 games right now. So, that's the definition of team, dude. So, no, will an individual win it? No. But I think if you, to a man and to a woman, if you ask anybody on that team who is the MVP, what do they say?
I would say Chris Bryant's the most valuable, meaning talented, but he hasn't been there all season. I would go with rock-steady Brandon Crawford because, like you said, that team looks entirely different without the thump of his left-handed bat and his solid play at shortstop in the middle. And can I just add, does Brandon Crawford appear larger to you than he ever has?
You mentioned that when we went to the game. I think it was either last year or this year. No, this year, obviously. You mentioned that, dude. You said Crawford looks thick, dude. He looks like he looks thicker. Yeah. Well, you know what, dude? He put the work in. He put the fucking work in. And
or Garrett Cole's sister's feeding him a lot of $9
food. Man, dude.
And I'm not saying he looks out of shape at all. He just looks hossed up, man. He really does.
No, he does, man. But I'm gonna tell you, dude, that guy, he has exceeded my expectations just like everyone else, man. I thought he would slowly just decline, still play good shortstop, and then they'd have to turn it over to like Marco Luciano coming up, or Thairo Estrada's not bad for right now, that kind of stuff. No. He's saying, no, this is mine, and it's going to be mine for the next couple of years, dude. And I'm going to be a viable part of this organization. And, dude, wow, what a year he's having, dude.
And how perfectly poetic would it be if the Giants hold on to this division lead and they win it by one game? Do you know what image flashes in my mind?
Mike Tauchman robbing that bomb in L.A., dude. That's what flashes in my mind.
Okay, that's good. I'm not going to say I can beat that. I think both of these deserve to be put in the – just put it in the what do they call it? In the Louvre. Hang it in the museum. Sorry, but when the Dodgers' second baseman, Trey Turner, threw wide to first base and Buster's safe. Who was playing first for the Dodgers? Somebody was out.
It was Will Smith, the catcher.
The catcher.
Yeah.
So to me, if the Dodgers lose the division, aka the Giants win it by one game, I'm going back to that play.
Wow, that would be, and that has all the physical, like you take a picture of that with Buster going across the bag, going safe, and all this kind of stuff, and you got a catcher playing first base. Yeah, dude, that's
Buster, the slowest player in baseball.
No, actually, he's not the slowest player in baseball. Have you watched ever Dan Vogelbach for the Brewers run, dude?
He plays on my softball team.
Dude, he looks like he can play on anybody's beer league softball team. So don't put that on Buster.
All right.
He's
a better athlete.
When Buster wants to bust it, average.
And he did that. And maybe he needs to talk to the developers at MLB The Show, Sony Studios, because last time I played that game, he did have a speed of 6 out of 100. So maybe that's why I got that stuck in my head. Speaking of big catchers that move slow, Salvador Perez, got to give him a shout out. He hit another homer about an hour ago in the first inning of the A's Royals game. Looked it up. He's hit 52 homers in his last 162 played.
Dude, he's hit 45 this year. He could hit 52 and 162 this year.
Catcher?
Dude, no, he tied Johnny Bench, dude, today.
So this
Johnny Bench, dude. Johnny Bench, think about that. He tied Johnny Bench as the most home runs for a catcher in big league history, dude.
I thought he was a surprise entry to the home run derby, and he threw the Juan Soto card. He hit 28 homers in a first-round loss, and I think he's hit 28 homers since the home run derby. So Salvador Perez, shout out.
Hey, dude, you know what, man? And what a great guy for the game. Freaking gamer. I think he's played in almost every game this year. The Royals aren't going anywhere. He doesn't care. He won't come out. And you just love guys like that. They're old school, man. They're old school.
And he definitely is Kansas City for life. I can't see him playing anywhere else.
No.
Just like
Kansas City. Yeah, Kansas City ain't gonna have. He'll be Alex Gordon in Kansas City.
Yes.
He's not going anywhere. They love their players there. When you become a Kansas City guy for life, that's why I never really believed Whit Merrifield would be traded. They love Whit down there, and so it'd be really hard to trade a guy like that.
Hit Merrifield. I love that guy. Talk about a gambler. Last little baseball nugget from today's game, just another individual accolade. This team right here is wasting a pretty epic season by Gold Glove first baseman Matt Olson.
Yeah.
Not only is the guy hitting near 300, which is unbelievable, not only is he hitting home runs at a rate he never has before. The other day, he hit his 19th homer off of a left-handed pitcher, and he's a lefty, of course. It's the most homers a lefty has hit off of lefties since 2002, Barry Bonds.
Dude, that's a fantastic stat, and that just goes to show how much work he put in the offseason, dude, because he said, I'm not being platooned. I'm not being taken out when a lefty starts. And good on Olson, dude. Isn't it interesting how when we were talking about a couple years ago, man, the A's are set forever with Chapman with the Mats on the corner, and look who's becoming way better than the other guy at the corner, dude. Chapman's having an okay year, man, but Matt Olson, holy man, that guy, dude, what a year, man. And yes, the A's are wasting it. And it's too bad that Matt Olson can't come in and save a game for them because they have no relief pitching at all.
Let's not talk about the bullpen at all. They don't deserve to be talked about.
Do the A's make the playoffs?
Not if the Blue Jays keep doing what they're doing.
No. It's a yes or no question.
No.
Okay. There you have it. I agree. Because the AL East is way too tough, dude. Look who's fighting it out. 4 teams, dude. Only 2 are going to make, or 3 can make the playoffs. I think they take both the wild card spots. I really do.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, moving from today's baseball.
Thanks, dude. You're making me think of Earl Weaver and Eddie Murray, dude, looking at that.
Now we're about to be reminded of your favorite all-time baseball team. Meet the Mets, the 1986 Mets. What a roller coaster of a team. What a talent. I think they have books written about them. I think there's fabled airplane trips that were full of drugs. Anyway, Chad, tell the listeners about the 1986 New York Mets and the upcoming 30 for 30 and why you're excited about it.
Dude, upcoming. It's on right now.
All right. Well, then
yes.
Push that dial.
Let me tell you, dude, that team, I was 14 years old, first off. All right.
How old was I?
Watch time. You were like 1 month.
All right. Chad's going to get into the 1986 Mets proper, but let me just say.
Yes.
As he was a 14-year-old boy rooting for that team, I was born September 20th, 1986. Birthday alert next week. September 20th, 1986. The Mets won the World Series a short month later. You were high on life.
Dude, I was loving it. You celebrated with me on the couch, dude.
Oh, yeah?
Wiggling those feet, dude. Wiggling those hands. Happy Mark, dude, doing this one. Yeah.
I bet I crapped my pants. I was so excited.
Well, that goes without saying, dude. And I hated the fact when your mom and our dad, dude, would go, yeah, we're going to go over here, man. Can you watch Mark for like an hour? I'm like, oh, no. I know what's going to happen, dude. I know.
All right.
Okay.
Mets.
So 86 Mets, dude. The 86 Mets did not crap their diapers, dude. All right. What they did was put together one of the most fantastic, entertaining seasons I have ever watched. And, you got to think about the time frame, too. I was 14, man. All my focus was there. There was no social media. There was no this. There was no that. So you could focus on one thing. And I watched this team come up, dude, in 84, 85. I'm watching them get better. They get Keith Hernandez. And then when Strawberry came up in 83, he's hitting these, you get these clips on freaking SportsCenter, dude, of this guy just hitting these majestic home runs. And I'm like, who the hell is this? And then Doc Gooden comes in, dude. And you're like, what the hell is this? And I start following him. I fell in love with him, dude. I became a Mets fan right there, dude. You can ask anyone, dude. Ask Big E. He hated it. My buddy down the street because he was a Yankee fan. So we go back and forth. But, man, dude, what a year. The characters, every day was something crazy would happen and different. But you know what they always did? They always won. They always won. They were so damn cocky, and I love that about them. I love that, dude. That's old school. That's young, big bro, Missip swag right there, dude. I had the Mets starter jacket, dude. I'd walk around the Ignacio Valley High School with that thing, and I go, yeah, that's right. They go, what the hell what's this Mets stuff? I go, yeah, bring it, dude. And so it was a great time, man. And to watch them, the World Series 1986, Bill Buckner all that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, Buckner gets all the hurt from that, but there was a lot of stuff that got them there. The playoff series to get there against the Astros was gut-wrenching, dude. 16 innings, dude, one game, man. It was unbelievable. And so Nolan Ryan pitched for the Astros back then. Mike Scott was nasty, dude. And so it was one hell of a series. It was my favorite team of all time. In fact, I had their freaking posters in my room, dude. Strawberry, Gooden, Lenny Dykstra. Dude, when you watch this, Lenny, we got our stories about Lenny sitting there third baseline in San Diego, dude. When Dave Wright caught that pop-up, we were a couple of seats down from him. Dude, the guy was wacky then. Look at him now.
Yeah, a couple bankruptcies later, if I'm not mistaken.
Dude, he's Anyways, I just want to talk about Nails. They just had, like, in today's team, you see the Giants, right? And they got a team, and everyone's on the same page, and they're all worried. This was not the 86 Mets. No, they were not on the same team. They fought. They were not happy with each other. They went out. Darryl Strawberry was, for lack of a better word, hanging with chicks in the freaking in between innings in the clubhouse. Okay, this was going on and everyone knew it and no one stopped it. Okay, this was 1986. It was
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
And you got to watch this documentary. It's called 30 for 30, man. Oh God, I can't remember the name. A Team for Queens or something like that. But it's on right now. And there's 4 parts to it. It's unreal. I read the book from Jeff Pearlman about this team years ago. If you can tell that I've already gone 5 minutes about it, it's the freaking craziest. Drugs, women, manager just let them do whatever the hell they wanted. Then you got Gary Carter, Mr. Godman, trying to rein everybody in. And no one liked him, but he was the captain. And it was just unbelievable. Dwight Gooden, Ron Darling, Sid Fernandez, Darryl Strawberry, dude, George Foster. It was out of control. Howard Johnson.
Was Olerud on this team then, or am I?
No, that was later in the 2000s. Okay. Yeah.
All right. That was way later. Okay, I thought you might have come up with the team, but that was on me.
No. These are old school dudes, man. But dude, this is check out this documentary. You will go, what?
Yep.
What, dude? Look what they used to get away with, dude.
And then we can ponder the thought: would that team have survived today's era with all the exposure, social media? It would have gone to hell in a handbasket. Quick.
No. It would have been the first time they went out to a club, dude. It would have been all over the media, dude, and they would have been cooked. Yeah.
Well, from the chat line, our good friend Matthew McBride, I believe he's referring to Lenny Dykstra, but he could be referring to half the roster. He simply says Blowmaster.
Yes. Oh, look at Lenny, dude. He looks like he's done more blow than Keith Richards.
He's looking like Charlie Sheen does current.
And yes. Oh man, dude, that picture you sent me of the new the cover of Major League, dude, with the guys as old as they are now from when that first came out.
Yeah. It's a bit depressing.
That's I don't want to see that. I'll
get a slide.
I'm right here, dude. I'm right here in the Malibu Hills. Maybe I'll go check out and see where Charlie Sheen's at, dude. Maybe we can go hang and I say, Charlie, what happened to you, dude?
He has that permanently surprised face all the time now.
Did he get some work done and it didn't work out good? Oh man.
Yes, from the chat line. Shay Kerrigan, I threw out to the listeners, does anyone know where the New York Mets got their color scheme from? And he nailed it. Years after the Brooklyn Dodgers became the Los Angeles Dodgers and took their royal blue with them, and years after the New York Giants became the San Francisco Giants and took their orange with them, the city of Queens was awarded an expansion team, and they would take on the 2 main colors from the teams that left. I am unaware if the pinstripes was simply to match the Yankees, but that's my hunch.
How many years did New York go after the how many years when the Mets were granted an expansion team?
62.
Right. How many years did they go without baseball, meaning from the National League?
Only a couple.
Yeah. 58 is when the Dodgers and the Giants came west. And 62 is when they said, okay, the Mets need another team. And that's a great point, dude. Yes, they took the colors from the Brooklyn Dodgers and the New York Giants to kind of like heal the city a little bit. And this documentary shows a lot of that. and about the strife that was going on at the time, and the Bronx fires, and there's a lot of history in this as well. It's really cool, man, how the Mets came together and how they've always been also the little brother, the redheaded stepchild to the New York Yankees.
Well, Oakland A's fans know all about that.
Yes,
in other two city markets, I guess the Angels would be the little brother to the Dodgers. The White Sox, probably the presumed little brother to the Cubs.
Yes.
These mass two-team markets, there's usually that relationship.
Yes,
a lot of it has to do with winning. It's tough for me to say.
Cures everything.
It does, but
Winning
in the Oakland A's case, let me just fit in this cheap shot. The A's still have the third most World Series titles in all of Major League Baseball history. I bet some of our listeners didn't know that. Anyways,
this is true.
Not challenging the listeners, but
yes, challenge them. They want to be challenged, dude.
From the chat line again. Chat line's active today. I love it. Once upon a time in Queens.
Yes, thank you. Matt, oh man, that's our boy Matt, dude. Yes,
there it is. Hey, I love the double M's. Love the double M's.
Yeah, Matt McBride, dude. What going on, Matt? Yes, dude. Great to have you, dude. And Once Upon a Time in Queens, of course, dude. I watched 2 episodes and I still don't know the title. Come on, Misippo. Jesus.
And for those just tuning into this portion of the show for the first time, we always talk sports, life, grandeurs, travels, food, drink, lots of things. And we do promise to try to get in something that's not sports related at least once every show. And we have started to call it Off the Ball. And I just wanted to say, I don't have a big body to present here. I just wanted to say, rest in peace, Norm Macdonald.
Yes, dude. Good call, man. Good call.
Comedic legend in many, many circles. And a lot of comedians showing a lot of love, saying they took his dry style of comedy and tried to work that into their own. But whether he was hosting Saturday Night Live or making appearances on Conan O'Brien, he just had something about him that you just have it or you don't, number one. Number two, it's not easily replicated. I can't just become some dry comic right off the bat. He had some segments that were just legendary. If you haven't seen the moth joke that he dropped on Conan O'Brien, I don't want to spoil it, but it's a big 4-minute long joke, and it does not end the way you think it would.
No, it does not. And no, that guy, there is not another one like him, dude. And those are the legends, man. That you cannot duplicate that. He was his own person, his own man, and hilarious. I would stay up, dude, to watch Saturday Night Live for his updates, dude, and later on in life, man. And speaking of Matt McBride, man, he said some things out, me and him were yakking about Norm Macdonald, man. And he said out a joke, and it was, to paraphrase it, man, no body to this, man. I'm not a good joke teller, never have been. You'd think I was a bartender for so many years that I'd be a good joke teller, but I'm just not. I don't know what it is about my brain. I'm just not able to put everything together in one shot. But this joke, he talks about having cancer, and that's what got him. He didn't tell anyone about it. He didn't want anyone to worry about him. Didn't want anyone to treat him differently. There's a lot going for that, man. That's very strong in my opinion. Anyways, he said, man, he goes, they talk about dying from cancer. He goes, I figure this, man. If I die, the cancer dies too, right? He said, that's pretty much a draw.
That's a draw. Yeah. He's like, I'm not the one losing. The cancer lost too.
The cancer lost too.
Yeah. Sorry, cancer. It is a draw. And Norm Macdonald silently battling cancer for 9 years, because to a lot of people, this came out of nowhere. People didn't know he was going through this sort of thing. And for a guy with his tremendous platform, kind of shocked that he kept it to himself. But then again, to each his own. So
you got it, man. No, you are your own man till the end, dude, period.
Yep, and thank you, Norm. Thanks for all the jokes, all the laughs, and we'll certainly catch up on some of your better content. A lot of it's great over the next.
Hey, good call. Freaking folding Norm Macdonald into the show, dude. Right on. Good stuff.
That's it. You got anything else going on in the sports world? Do you want to adopt a minor leaguer by any chance?
Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, man, it might not be. This is the end of the show, but there is a I think ending it with Norm Macdonald's okay, but maybe on Monday, man, we can talk about adopt a minor leaguer. I personally donate to this cause, dude, because I don't see how minor leaguers, with as much money as Major League Baseball makes, why they are struggling for rent and food. It's disgusting to me, and it needs more attention. So we'll talk about it more on Monday, man. But go to adoptaminoriger.com, dude. This guy's doing some great stuff, giving out gift cards and stuff to minor leaguers, man, and that are looking for, especially after Hurricane Ida went up through the Northeast up there, and the Somerset Patriots and all those guys up there, man. Staten Island Yankees got freaking washed out.
Well, let me just say, one thing that hasn't gone up in the last 20 years is the federal wage. And on top of that, what minor leaguers get.
Dude, don't get me started, dude. You know what I think? Easy, I see a huge coming.
A future show.
Yeah.
So 2 things I wanted to fit in. Just a little personal tidbit. This will be my last show as a 34-year-old. So be sure to tune in on Monday.
Wait a minute, man. You dropping bomb on me, dude? What's going on here?
Be sure to tune in for Monday's show. A birthday edition. Your brother Sip here turns the big 3-5.
Dude, my bro is 3-5, and on a Monday, a MisippBROs Podcast, a special edition coming to you. And we got a couple things up our sleeve, man. So make sure you tune in on Big Bro's birthday, man. 3-5, dude. You're Wait a minute, dude. What does that make me? No.
Some of our listeners might know the answer to that question.
My little Marky boy, man. My Marky boy, dude, is now big man. Yes.
Oh boy, put it like that. Well, friends, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you comment. Well, thank you for all the comments. Actually, let me say that again. Make sure you subscribe.
Awesome.
That way we don't have to blast you every time we go live on air. It's going to be noon on a Monday. It's going to be noon on a Thursday or thereabouts. And if you subscribe, turn on that little bell, notifications on MisippBROs. You won't miss when we go live. You will get that alert. So like, subscribe, notifications.
Man, and much appreciated, dude. Max and K Cooking, Shay, Nay 20. I don't know who that is, but I love it. Matt McBride, dude. Awesome freaking knocking it down, dude. And your boy down in Arizona, man, was killing it, dude. Yep. I love the chat, man. Let's get some more people on it, man. We'll have to do like a Ask MisippBROs anything, like an AMA, dude.
The more people we get on here, they can ask us questions. I could quit asking questions and giving you silly baseball facts. No, I'll never stop that. I just want to say also thank you to our producer, Big Bruce. Couldn't do it without you. He sometimes carries the chat when, it's a slower Monday, and he didn't need to today. But we appreciate him all the same. The last thing I'm going to say, and you can sign us out, Chad. Cool little quote I ran across from one of the wrestlers I follow on Twitter. His name's Ryback, if it matters. Anyway, the quote is, "Vision without action is simply a daydream."
You got that right, dude. It's a doer's world, man. It's a doer's world. Go out and get it. We'll just leave it on that.
All right. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll catch you Monday at noon, 12 Pacific, for the next exciting edition of MisippBROs. Brother, I'll see you then.
You got it, man. It's a MisippBROs birthday edition. Knock it out for Mark. Let's stack the freaking chat. We'll talk to you later. Adios.